1 year ago, in April 2020, when COVID-19 swiftly became a global health and economic crisis, the Hotelier Pulse Report was born. Over the 12 months leading up to today, the worldwide hotel industry embarked on a collaborative effort to share information and support each other on the road to recovery. Although it's been a long, hard road, 1 year on, it's safe to say we have all grown wiser from the panic and economic challenges that ensued when disasters struck back in 2020. Although we still have a ways to go until the world reopens, the industry appears to be in full preparation mode and ready for the pent-up travel demand, according to our 13th edition of the Hotelier Pulse Report. My name is Melissa, and today we're going to go through the key takeaways that we have published in our latest edition. First up, we have the market trends. Book nights in March 2021 have outgrown bookings in March 2020. Total hotel bookings in March 2021 comprised 113.84% of bookings over the same period in 2020, when COVID swiftly became a global pandemic. The direct channel continues to be the most resilient since the launch of our Hotelier Pulse Report series 1 year ago in April 2020, outperforming the major OTAs and all other reservation channels. In March 2021, direct generated 168.98% of total nights booked in March 2020. In February 2021, mobile bookings grew to a whopping 31% of total bookings, the highest levels since 2015. Mobile bookings have declined slightly in March 2021, but still at much higher levels than January 2021, at 18%. Let's take a look at the average occupancy expected for April 2021. In comparison to Edition 12 of the Hotelier Pulse Report, 20% more bed and breakfasts and 12% more city center hotels forecasted to meet or exceed the 15% average occupancy expected for March 2021. According to hoteliers surveyed in March 2021, the average monthly occupancy expected for April 2021 is 17%. For the first time since launching our Hotelier Pulse Report series back in April 2020, city center hotels are the most optimistic property segment regarding monthly occupancy, expecting an average of 18.40% occupancy in April 2021 versus just 13.40% in March 2021. But how are hotels doing this month? Well, the number of properties in shutdown has increased again by 2.5%, from 38% in March 2021 to 40.59% today, the highest levels since our July 2020 edition. The majority of city center hotels, 43.75%, and bed and breakfasts, 58.33%, are currently operating with major restrictions. Resorts currently represent the majority of hotels, 51.72%, out of all property segments, in complete shutdown. Let's take a look at the industry's financial recovery forecast. Of hoteliers surveyed in March 2021, 44.45% expect revenue to decrease in 2021 versus 2020. The number of hoteliers who share this view is gaining ground with those who expect to increase revenue in 2021 versus 2020, currently at 45.55%. Just 10% of hoteliers expect to maintain the same revenue in 2021 versus 2020. The majority of resorts, 44.83%, and bed and breakfasts, 54.17%, expect to achieve 2019 financial levels in 2022. Although down from 54.35% in Edition 12, the majority of city center hotels, currently 47.92%, expect to financially recover to 2019 levels in 2023. Next, we have the sales and marketing concerns, priorities, and strategies in the next 12 months for the industry. The number of hoteliers ranking the hotel website as very or extremely important to their recovery hit record levels in this edition at 93.33%. Out of all trends that have emerged or re-emerged as a result of the crisis, the direct channel as the top reservation channel is the only trend that increased in importance for hoteliers since edition 12 of the Hotelier Pulse Report. The expectation for business travel once again reached the lowest point since the first edition of the Hotelier Pulse Report, launched in April 2020. And finally, let's take a look at the guest behavior concerns versus hotel expectations. Hoteliers seem less preoccupied with the consumer behavior concerns that loomed over the industry since April 2020, such as tighter budgets, health and safety, and flight capacity. According to those surveyed in March 2021, these concerns have once again decreased in importance, suggesting increasing confidence in sufficient aircraft capacity and pent-up travel demand when restrictions ease. An increasing number of hoteliers surveyed say they will not decrease their prices and will invest more in marketing over the next 12 months. City center hotels and bed and breakfasts are the most likely to decrease ADR, rating at 3.70 out of 7. Resorts represent the majority of respondents focused on the importance of direct bookings in the next 12 months, rating at 6.19 out of 7. And that brings us to the end of our video. But before we go, we want to thank each and every one of the thousands of hoteliers who have supported this research project since April 2020. Thanks to each of you who have participated, the Hotelier Pulse Report has grown significantly. What started out as a monthly industry survey in response to the crisis has since evolved to a one-stop shop for hoteliers to access crucial market data, best practices by hoteliers for hoteliers, and ongoing industry sentiment analysis. In April 2021, we're proud to say that we have published 13 editions, conducted 7 hotelier spotlight interviews, and co-hosted 6 live panels for a global audience. None of this would have been possible if you had not supported the project. So for this, we thank you.